I don't know why they get me on here bragging about anything. To me, it's just like, just go do your job and go home. The bragging is over. Why we bragging? It's over. This ain't. If you're not driving a 379 stretch, pulling chicken with a spread axle, why we bragging? Yeah, if you're not pulling a spread axle with a 300 lights on it, and you ain't running a 379 or you ain't running a old school freight shaker XL Classic, what you bragging about? You driving a semi-plastic, semi-automatic with all this computer stuff. What you bragging about? You ain't doing nothing but just driving. You're not a trucker still to this day, my man. You're just a driver. You're still a steel wheel holder. You're nobody. You're just making your pay and you go home. You can brag about being a trucker, but you're not a trucker. Have you ever stopped on the interstate and helped change a tire on a four-wheeler? Have you ever stopped and gave somebody help with their truck being broke down on the shoulder? No, because you got that power. Because if you stop that truck, the company want to know why you stopped. Slave, get your ass back out there and pick that cotton, slave. What you bragging about? If you ain't owner operator with the titles to the truck and the trailer, you got 2 spare trailers and another truck at the barnyard, you have nothing to brag about in the trucking industry. Shut the up and just drive that man's truck, slave. Pick that cotton. Go get Mr. Johnson's money right. He's giving you pennies on his dollars. Enjoy it. You making a punk $3,000, maybe let's say you making $10,000 a month. Whoopee. What's the new phrase down in Atlanta? Whoop-de-doo. You're doing nothing. What are you doing? You can't even afford to stop and get your truck polished. You know how much it costs to get your truck polished? You wouldn't know. You know why? Because you can't get your truck polished. You got to bring it back to the barnyard, and Mr. Johnson ain't got the power wash people come through and just hose it down.
Oh, my God.
In the meantime, we go get our shit polished while we eating a steak dinner.
My man talking serious fast right now. Let me shut up and let this man go.
It costs $300 per rim in certain places to get them cut and polished. By the time you finish getting cut and polished, you done spent almost $1,000. Can you talk about that? You want to brag about some shit? Let's brag about how good your truck is. When you pull that hood open, how clean is that shit? Is your airflow tank all piped out, chromed out? Is your hoses chrome matched out? Or you just driving Mr. Johnson's company truck that you call yours? That's it. Go your ass back to the plantation and pick that cotton. Until you spread axle or you 53 stretched with a good truck that you could take to the... See, let me ask you a question. Here you go. Let's sum it up. You a trucker, right? Why your truck ain't at none of the truck shows? If you so much of a big-time trucker, why your Freightliner Cascadia or your plastic whatever ain't at the truck shows? Why you ain't in line with all lit up at night at the truck shows for 2-3 days, chilling on your downtime? And people taking pictures of your truck. Ain't nobody taking pictures of your truck. Ain't nobody taking pictures of your shit. Kids don't even give you the honk the horn when they see your shit coming. They don't even pump the arm for you. You ain't got no train horns. You ain't come on, man. Just drive the truck. Just pick the cotton. That's all. Pick the cotton. You 13 years a slave.
I cannot believe you was equating the trucking industry with field cotton. That's crazy.
What's the difference? You drive a truck for a company. You pick for the man. He gives you a break. 15 in a day, 30 minutes lunch, if not an hour, 15 minutes on the back end. You drive a truck for the man. You got a 15-minute break in the beginning, 30 minutes to an hour lunch, and a 15-minute on the back end. Ain't that the same? You're making the money for the man, and he's now, because they can't use the word slavery, they call you a driver.
But wait a minute.
Now, I go one further.
But wait a minute. Wait.
What?
If you equating that, could you also equate that with all other industries as well? Can you equate that
working
with
in the warehouse?
Working
in the warehouse, secretary. You're going to make money for the man.
Because you get 15 minutes.
Yes.
You get that hour and a half. You get the half an hour to an hour and the 15 minutes before you go home. That's it.
Now, let me put it to you like this. This, Lockout.
Okay.
If you're not a hustler and a renegade to the industry you're in, if you're not a renegade or the hustler in the industry that you're in, I don't care if it's steel mill, I don't care if it's landscaping, I don't care what it is. If you're not the hustler to it, you're the slave to it. If you're not the one pitching money off to pay somebody else to help you out, you're the slave to it. You're not the Nat Turner. I'm the Nat Turner to this shit. That's why they don't really, they trying to downsize the industry for owner operators because they're, what we hold, 8% of the business now, and that's a lot. If the 8% don't do it, y'all can't do it because you too in the system. You can't run past your limit hours. You scared to go. Man, we blow past some scales and hey, one of us gonna get caught, but the rest of us got to keep it moving. We still grinding old school style. You see us out there.
But they quiet when they do it. They not blasting it all over the internet.
We always been quiet. You don't see them guys. Listen, all the top tier dudes from California to Florida to PA, the top tiers. You don't see them blasting nothing on social media about money or, how they doing this and how they getting their loads. And you don't see them doing that. You may see them take pictures of their truck. You may see them do videos of them backing up or, at a truck show. That's all you're going to get out of them. You know why? Because they're truckers, not slaves. My reputation of being a trucker, I can get in my pretty white girl, which is the Volvo. But guess what? She run 123 miles an hour. I can go in the left lane. I can fly low to the ground. When I hit my switch, I can turn the whole damn thing green. When I get ready to pull up on the scale, I hit the switch and turn it back to DOT regulation. So when these guys out here talking that trucker stuff, I listen to them. It's cute. I listen because they're making the same money I made back in 1983, and they bragging. The money that truck is paying is the same money from the 80s and the 90s. It ain't changed. It ain't gonna change because they have so many new boots coming in. Why would they raise it or change it? When you don't like it, you leave. We got 15 more coming in per city, per county, per state. Well, we just add 90 people to the trucking industry per 48 states. So why raise the money back up to $3, $4, $5 when we can keep it at $1.25? Y'all don't know no better.
Hold on.
Enjoying what you're hearing? Ready for unfiltered trucking talk that tells it like it is? The Trucking Commentary Podcast with Lockout Men delivers authentic reactions and engaging conversations about the latest trucking content from across YouTube and TikTok. Help us reach more drivers like you. Hit that like button and leave a comment to boost our visibility in YouTube's algorithm. Your support helps us deliver more of the no-nonsense trucking commentary you've come to like from Lockout Men.
Why do you think that the industry standard across trucking right now, the average is about 60 to 65 cents a mile for the average company driver? We see that everything changed throughout the years as far as regulation goes. And what the government says, everything that has been done in the name of safety. Why hasn't there been something done in the name of the cent per mile going up? Why?
You're trying to say the way cost of living goes up every year, the rates per mile should go up every year as well.
Yes.
Well, it won't do it because why would we have to do that when this is a turnstile industry? As fast as they come in is the fastest they leave.
Minimum wage goes up every so often.
But guess what? They stay there. Them slaves don't run away. This generation that y'all in, y'all are runaways. Oh, I ain't making the money. Fuck that job. I'm out of here. So they never got their 90 days in. They never got their 120 days in. They never got their time on the clock. But guess what? That company did get a life insurance policy on your dumb ass. So if anything happened to you, they will make money off you when you die because you ain't going to be smart enough to go back and cancel your life insurance policy when you sign that W-2 or that W-4. So they don't care if you leave because they got a life insurance policy on you that you literally signed. Lockout, think about it. It ain't going to go up when, yeah, it does. All that goes up, but why let it go up in this industry when they can keep it where it's at? Because people are going to come and go every 90 to 6 months. 90 days is 3 months. And another 92 is 180, right? That's 6 months. 9 times out of 10, people don't stay that long because of what? They're not making no money.
Because the company's not paying the money that's worth anything.
Why would you pay the money when that money is overflowing into your pocket and your loads are still getting delivered? If that guy quits today, you hire another driver tomorrow, that load's still going to get delivered, right? At the same rate.
You're right. Right.
So Mr. Man ain't going to raise the shit. He going to give it to the ones that's there with him. If you there with him, you've been there 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, he's looking out for you. Because guess what they say? That's one of the good drivers right there. Oh, that's my good nigga right there. He good breeder. He get them loads done. We ain't got to worry about him. Ain't that what you hear?
Yeah.
You was
You do
you was
hear
a company
that.
man. You was a company man. You heard it.
Yes, I hear it all the.
You was a good one.
Oh no, I was never a good one.
You was a good one.
I wasn't never a good one. I say I was fair with one company. And I learned the hard way where that led me. I heard the term. I see the term. I see it happening in a lot of companies. Here's a driver. He's a good company man. He's the type of driver that we like, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I hear it all the time.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, they go home to marble floors and good china, and they go home to paper plates and plastic forks. They don't even know how to eat off of good plates and silverware. They cooking food in tin pans, and those people cooking food in glassware. Big difference. So why raise the rates when it's a turnstile industry? If the rates go up right now, let's hypothetically say they start raising the rate 10 cents a week. Gets back up to $4. What you think is going to happen when it hits $4?
Tell me.
The market of drivers will be flooded, and then it'd be no freight to cover all the drivers again. Go back to the pandemic. When the pandemic came, that's when all you jokers jumped into business. So everybody came during the pandemic, so we had more drivers and trucks than we had freight. So what did they have to do? Cut the pizza up from 8 pieces to 16 pieces, from 16 pieces to 32 pieces. And it's still one pizza. A pizza come 8 slices. So when the pandemic came, and it was the pandemic, it went to 32 slices on one damn pie. That pie was $8.99. They got 32 slices. And they gave everybody a piece, and everybody was happy. And then you hear them say, man, during the pandemic, I was making some money, boy. We was running on. No, you wasn't. I was out there. No, you wasn't. We was out there. Owner operators was really getting busy. Some company drivers was really wearing masks and hoodies and contamination suits and scared to get out the trucks. Nobody died. They ain't found a dead COVID died body on the truck yet. They found some heart attack dead bodies, but they ain't found no COVID dead bodies. Why not? Because it never happened. If it was that bad of a disease and infection, why all these truckers? Why we didn't have at least 1,000 dead truckers on the side of the road? They scared everybody. Trucking was the hottest thing on the market. Everybody from prison to welfare got in trucking. They was going to driving schools and graduating in 2 weeks. I thought driving school was like 8 to 16 weeks or some crazy shit like that. Now it's 2 weeks in and out. You get your license in 2 weeks. Come on, man.
That's how it was back then. But now it's back to regular programming, I guess.
Right. So now there's more drivers, not enough freight. So they got to keep the market down. So they cut each other's throat. They're not gonna give me my rate when they can give it to you for 50 cents. They're not gonna give me my $4 a mile when they can give it to you and pay the 50 cents. Because y'all gonna take it like, hey, I gotta pay my bills, man. I don't care. I got bills to pay. My truck payment due. Well, if you got a truck payment, then okay, on back to the plantation and pick that watermelon.